What a party.
I trust you enjoyed your evening. After all your efforts, it was well deserved. It may be some time before you're afforded another such night. There is much to be done, and I promised I would help you however I could. I'm certain a cure for you can be found at Moonrise Towers, but it's complicated. The journey specifically, it's extremely perilous, though it seems you're well accustomed to navigating danger.
Sounds fun. What exactly is so dangerous about it?
To get to the towers, you'll need to pass through a terrible place. A cursed place. This curse shrouds everything in shadow. You will not find life, light, or anything natural there. Any who linger are twisted by the curse. They become shadow beings, tormented, dangerous souls.
So the absolute forces can tolerate such a place.
So it seems, though I don't know how. You'll have to choose your approach carefully. You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the Shadow Curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. Must see for myself.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there.
Why.
They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a more direct path to Moonrise Towers. And maybe even bypass the worst of the Shadow Curse.
Yeah, the thing is, I think both options are very interesting. I'm curious about both, because you could go down in the Underdark in the early access and explore quite a bit of that. So I'm curious about what changed, but at the same time I'm also very curious about to see like what happens, what you can do on the surface world. Because I think there's also the Githyanki crash, as far as we know. So my plan would be to probably start with the Underdark and see if there's like a point of no return, and until we're there, or until we guess there's a point of no return, we take the other route, explore as much as we can there, and try to get like as much out of it as possible. I think that's a cool thing to see, to watch. But it is definitely for me to play, because I want to see everything. I actually already found the hidden entrance in the Temple of Selûne. The way is clear.
Already? If only I'd gone with you instead of Aradin. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. It seems our fates have aligned.
Yay, we got a buff druid with us. You want to come to Moonrise as well? Why, if I may ask?
Unfinished business, and a lifetime of regret to repair. I helped overthrow Ketheric Thorm and his Dark Justiciars years ago, but I failed to prevent him from unleashing darkness across the region before he was defeated. I spent years researching the curse, trying to put an end to it. Nothing has worked. Yet, if I can join you and get close to Moonrise, perhaps I can lift this curse. Same as you may find a cure for your infection.
Ah. Is that why you went with Aradin? You thought he might uncover this route to Moonrise?
Precisely. Then perhaps I could have done something about both the Shadow Curse and Ceramorphosis aberrations. But in my eagerness, I put far too much faith in the abilities of Aradin and his band. We didn't even get close.
Oops. If I may ask, exactly about the Grove. If you're leaving, what's going to happen to them? to the first druid?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
I was like, who? Yeah, exactly, option 1. I was like, who is that? Francesca, who?
Precisely. Who indeed? You do not know, and neither do any of the others.
That's the plan.
The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Well, sounds kind of smart. Well, very shrewd of you. Almost like politics.
Contrary to how some think of us, we druids can play politics when necessary. Now, we've quite the journey ahead. Best get started.
Alright. Can I take you now as a companion? Can I take you?
Oakfather's blessings to you.
Now we have lots of dialogue. I have to ask, how exactly do you know so much about the parasite?
I studied one up close. Closer than most would care to be to those things.
The Drow?
A drow attacked me and I defended myself. Afterwards, I was able to examine the tadpole that emerged. Hideous, but fascinating. Like nothing else in nature, I'm glad to say.
This shadow curse you spoke of, surely it can't be that bad, right?
It's had the whole region around Moonrise Towers in a chokehold of darkness and despair for years now. Those who remained are shadow cursed. If you don't die at their hands, then you become one of them. We have to get to Moonrise, but the less time we spend in its blighted surrounds, the better.
I wonder what that means. Like, what does shadow cursed mean? Like, are you possessed? Do you become undead? What about this secret stronghold in the Underdark? You must know more, right?
Precious little. But I'm quite certain it can still be found.
Gotta say, it seems like you have a personal interest in this shadow curse. Like, you feel responsible.
Well, there's hardly anyone left to share the responsibility with. Few who witnessed the fall of Moonrise still draw breath. What
How must that
Ketheric
go?
Thorm unleashed is not something that nature can undo by itself. I must do what I can. I studied the Shadow Curse for years, but to truly understand it and stop it, I must reach its source.
Completely unrelated, but I have to say I really like our rope. Especially with the bird. I'm very bad with specific bird names. That one. Do you know any way how the shadow curse can be stopped? Anything we can do, any spell, ritual?
Perhaps. But we'll need to get closer before I can put my theory into practice. Put it from your mind for now. Once we near the curse, then there will be more to be said.
Reassuring. We can comment on flirting with him at the celebration. Ah, come on. The celebration with the tieflings before. I hope I didn't come over too strong. Kinda got caught up in the moment.
There are few things that are too strong for me. And cast those regrets aside. You did not get caught up in the moment. You seized it. In other circumstances, I would have done the same.
You'd have done the same.
Perhaps. But best to not dwell on nights past.
Such a tease.
There are plenty more yet to come.
Is that a promise? Now we're ferrying out here at camp.
With such stimulating company? Never better.
Oh, you. Alright. Yeah, I think it's... off we go.
Please, Tusk. It's not the time.
So... still want to have a look here, I think then we have to decide. But yeah, as I said, I think, yeah, not I think, we'll have to decide soon. I will go for the Underdark first, and later on I will decide to go the surface travel way. Right, I think that was out up here. How did you get here? I think it was through here, through Zevlor's chambers, right?
Master Halsin's home, by Sylvanas' mercy.
It might have been better if he'd stayed away.
Don't say that.
Come
Ow.
now, he took in those strays and then he just left.
He went
Ow.
to make sure those strays could go.
I think it's high time you all left. Our sacred grove has sheltered you enough.
Where were you during the attack?
Within the inner sanctum, of course. It is not for us to fight your battles.
You disgust me.
I assure you, the feeling is mutual.
Wow. What an
Master
ass.
Halsin's past his prime. It might be time for another.
I'm no fan of those devils either, but they're leaving.
If it had been up to Kolga, they would never have been here at all.
Yeah, great. Let's leave so we don't have to listen to them. Alright. Alright, I mean now we can loot the stuff, I guess. Yep, I want a lockpick. Difficulty class 10. Pick that lock in my sleep. The origins of the Zentrum. Don't have read that so far. Excerpt from the ongoing metatext Rebound by Iosipha Elgin, a scholar excommunicated from the Church of Denier for heretical efforts to reconstruct the metatext, the god's annal of lost and hidden knowledge. But perhaps greater still than their monopoly at the continent's largest private army, the true achievement of the modern Zentrum is in the sanitized image they present to the world. Viewed by most as an efficient, if unscrupulous, mercenary organization, few would guess at the Black Network's dark origin. The cult dedicated to the dark god Bane, once bent toward bringing all peoples to heel beneath his creed of tyranny and domination. Many among their ranks scoff when confronted with this fact, citing overblown conspiracies and reassuring me that the only gods to whom the Zentrum give worship today are the twin deities Prophet and Power. This is not to say the organization has entirely shed its dark side, however. Alongside the clenched fist of the military, another hand works from the shadows to ensure that the network prospers even in peacetime. For just as vital as the movement of troops is the movement of goods, legal or otherwise, and there's no border or market that is ever truly close to one bearing the seal of the Black Network. Yeah, dealing with stuff like Iron Flask, for example. Let's see if we can even find something up here. We're just walking around for fun. Here. Even go up here. Did we do that? Let's go look here, then have a look there, then go for the Underdark. And I would take, we went here. I would take the Selûne temple as an entrance to the Underdark. The other thing, it might be interesting to have a look around there. Seem to be like the most, regarding story, the most interesting. The other one we found was, or we have three. We have the one with in the cave with the face spiders. I think here we can just travel. Yeah. We could use the one with the face spider cave, and we could also use the one in the Zentrum outpost. But yeah. So, goodbye. whatever this region is called. And let's go Underdark. Ooh. Hey there, Halsin. Nice to see you. I hope you're fine. And I'm so excited to go down into the Underdark. It will be... Why did we get XP for going in here? Opened a door. Here are XP. And the journal updated. What's happening? I mean, that's also a very smart thing to do. Let's check our quest. Chosen of Shah, found the Dark Justicia's lair. Friend, let Demon sleep on a solution. Frontiers, search for the Grand Duke. Yeah, the other ones are just travel with them. We have still to find a way to finish the necromancy of Thai. But so far I don't know how. We have to find the Knight's Song, rescue the Grand Duke, free the artist, back in Baldur's Gate. Follow the Githyanki map, raise your potential. Yeah, I think we have to move onward. Yeah, the game is truly awesome. Lots of fun. And I'm going to venture into a new area of the game, and looking forward to that very much. It was in the chapel, I think. Where is it? I think it was here. Right. So let's have a look around. Curious to see what they changed in the Underdark. What's new, what's the same. And yeah, as I said a few episodes ago, I think the Underdark is one of my favorite areas. I like how it looks, I like the combination of the dark, gloomy darkness, the darkness. I'm very eloquent. But of the darkness and gloominess, and also all this shining and fluorescing mushrooms and stuff. And lots of cool peoples down there. You have the Drow, which I really enjoy and really like. You have Kutoa, for example, like fish people. You have gnomes, Dwega. It will be a blast. So, down, down, down. Not by the river, but by the ladder. So, Selûne outpost. Looks cool. And a bit off. Well. Yeah, that's definitely Selûne. Not only is it her banner, it's also quite clearly a statue of her. Lockpick. I wonder how much Shadowheart is going to protest. I was walking around here. Oil barrel. So it might be that there's going to be a fight down here. Gilded chest. Let's have a look. How hard it is to pick? 15. Just twice the amount necessary. Fight here. A helmet of smiting. Sounds like something quite useful for a paladin, not really for anyone else. Yeah, when you apply a condition with one of your smite spells, which paladins use, and also Constitution save +1. Yeah, Wyll. Here you go. Nice, it even works with the horns. You know what? I don't really like the look of helms, so we're gonna change to our camp outfits, I think. Just do that for everyone. Not for our main character, because I like the cloak too much. Don't want to lose that.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Very well.
And yeah, Halsin, the game is not only really nice regarding storytelling and writing, but the graphics are really good. Such an improvement compared to their earlier games. Right. Wonder what that gem's doing. Could attack it. Not really sure if we just want to destroy random things. Scroll of Rail. Yeah, I want to have a look at how the Underdark looks and why I like it so much. So nice. Ah. But we'll have time to explore everything. For the time being, let's just look around here. I mean, it's been a while, but if you remember, we found some notes. I think gemstone might be powering those defense mechanisms. Yeah, quite sure about that. Nice.
Get back.
I'm not sure if they would just attack us.
My advice would be care and caution.
That's a good advice. Tattered notes. This place is dark. The lady's light shines yet. Just as the Drow had almost broken through, Darius rallied the last of the initiates and charged forth. For a moment, the cavern shone with Selûne's own brilliance. I'd have gladly gone with them, wound or no, but Darius bade me stay and hold the gate until his return. I am to keep the records too, a safe space to write of his victory. It's been days, hours, since we collapsed the tunnel. They were supposed to return after the battle. I cannot dig it out on my own. My eyes won't get used to this darkness, but I can hear them stripping the dead. Sorry. I haven't learned the death rites yet, but I will hold the gate. I promise. This final entry is barely visible, more faint scratches and legible writing. Sorry. Oof. Yeah. Remember there were some, I think it was also diary or something, about one of the initiates pressuring to go down here and pressing forward. And yeah, at some point he was like, this was a mistake. And I think they were just overrun by either monsters or by Drow or by both. Yeah, it definitely is beautiful here. Faded logbook. Most of the small logbook is left empty. The last entry reads, Log 182. I was wrong. Should have paid more attention to the Drow sightings. Should have known they were only a prelude. Stupid to think we had outsmarted them. This will be my last entry. Minth will keep the records from now on. There's another one. Maybe that's Log 124. Signs of life near the outpost. Intelligent. Clearly trying to hide. Log 125. Still can't find the mysterious shapes. They know how to cover their tracks. Possibly Drow. Next few entries are too faded to read. Log 129. Let them south. Rumors of a spectator there. Let the Underdark solve its own problems. Log 130. No sightings. Log 131. No sightings. Log 132. Then they saw statues down south shaped like Drow. Spectators shouldn't do that. Either way, there's one less problem to worry about. Okay. Anyway, do we have to? Could be that we have to unlock it. I mean, otherwise, I think we could go around here. Maybe jump around. Let's go down here. So much to explore, so much to do. Yeah, let's take the main gate.
Never a dull moment.
See if we can unlock it. Might be should be manageable. come on, we have like plus 10? Plus 10 to 13. Nice. Alright, and I'm quite sure they will attack me.
Can't give up now.
Yeah. Ow. Okay, I mean, I wanted to try it before I'm just going to destroy some Selûne things. Ah, I can't use spells, I guess. The Helmet of Smiting. But let's destroy the Moonstone. And Shadowheart gets inspiration for that.